All right. I think we're live. Yep. All right.
Are we...
Are we good?
Oh, one sec.
We get this.
All right.
We'll eventually get the thumbs up here.
So this is going to be Pokemon Blue Reverse Badges by Eddaket. Are you guys all excited to see this?
This is an amazing run. Oh my goodness.
It is.
Well, I know when reading the donations, everybody was really hyped to see this. There was like so many comments. There's no way we could possibly get to all of them.
Right.
But probably like 80% of them were like, yeah, Pokemon Blue.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, if you haven't seen a glitch run of this game, it's a treat.
The other 20% are Pokemon Go. Good?
Good?
All right. Just waiting for the official thumbs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Maybe we can make it a little closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 All right, well, maybe I'll sneak in a couple donations here. We have $15 from LaFade that said, $15 for the little oddish that could. Money goes to Gunner's Choice. And then we have a $50 anonymous donation that just says, Goddish.
Okay. All right. Before I do the countdown to start the game, I just want to thank everyone for donating for this run. We raised $50,000 for a single goal, and that's absolutely insane. So let's give everyone at home a round of applause, everyone who donated.
Yeah.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Eddaket. I pretend to speedrun Pokemon when really all I do is run unofficial meme categories like this.
Hi, I'm still Shenanigans, and I'm the same. I just run meme categories, so this is right at home for me.
And you guys want to do a quick roll call on the couch?
I'm Game Break. Extra Tricky. Zarian.
I'm Stump.
Third place. Big Spike Vegeta.
All right. For those of you that don't know, this run is Pokemon Blue Reverse Badge Acquisition, also known as RBA, because what kind of speed game would Pokemon be if it didn't have RBA? In this run, we're going to be obtaining all 8 badges, but we're going to do it in the reverse order that they appear on the trainer card. Yep. So normally we start with Brock and work our way up to Giovanni. In this run, we're going to start with Giovanni and work our way down to Brock.
Yeah, and you might be asking yourself, well, how are you going to pull that off? And the answer is pretty simply glitches, and there's a ton of them in this run. The first glitch is actually coming up right now. He has to select Bulbasaur as his starter, and I don't know if that's like intended in the game, but you can actually pick Bulbasaur to be your starting Pokemon, and it's going to hurt, but he will pick Bulbasaur, I promise.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This always pains me.
Oh, God.
Yes. All right. So in order to make this run a little bit more bearable,
there's another grass poison that had... Yeah. A lot of love for some grass poison types today. So there we go. Let's make this some fun.
I'm losing the frames for you guys. All right.
So this is the rival fight, and it's actually the scariest fight in the game because it's one of like 2 fights in the game. But this fight can go very poorly very quickly, even with the PC potion. Oddish only has Tackle and Growl at this level. And, of course, if he gets hit by Growl, his attack gets significantly lowered. So you can see how little damage that does. Oh, no. But again, criticals will hit through.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Everyone also knows Tackle is also 50% accurate.
Yeah.
So we are extremely likely to miss.
Yeah, exactly.
If I get down to 6 health, I will use my PC potion. We don't want to use the potion this early.
This might be one of the situations you hold off on it just because you've only done half. I don't know. Okay,
no.
That's good now. Okay.
So
that was scary.
Yeah, getting those 2 critical hits really helps.
Yeah. If you get growled again, criticals ignore the stat changes, so you can see how much more damage the criticals do than non-criticals. So those criticals were extremely necessary.
And this should take 2 more hits, I think.
Yeah, unless you had that attack. Okay, good. So the Charmander's at 1 health, so looks like we should win the rival fight?
Yep.
Good, okay. So that is an extremely scary fight. Like, we're not even, like, joking. That is terrifying.
All right, 12-13. That's good.
Yeah. So he looked at his stats there. 12 attack is really good. That will save 2 turns on the Weedle fight later. And the special is also the most consistent for a marathon. Though there are 2 strategies we can do. Bulbasaur's the faster to do both strategies. So... but he does have the one that's most likely to work for the faster strategy. So we'll see what he decides to do.
Yeah. So one of the strategies involves getting a Pokemon with exactly 16 special. You might be thinking, why don't you just get something with 17 or whatever? But the value actually has to be exactly 16. So we're going to try to hit that at level 8. There's a 75% chance that we get it at level 8.
Yeah.
The other strategy involves getting a Pokemon with 3 moves and certain values of PP on the moves. But it's 100% consistent, but it's definitely slower, so we use that sort of as a backup strat.
Yeah, it's definitely faster to do the what we call Pidgey strats, where you get the special on Bulbasaur, you catch a Pidgey, you can do a skip, but it's definitely not likely by any means. But I guess in this case it is, because 75% is pretty good.
Yeah, and having 12 attack really helps on the Weedle fight in the forest.
Yeah. So as you saw the other racers, they had to defeat an encounter to reach level 8. It would actually be really bad if we skipped level 7, because you need to learn Leech Seed in this run to do the backup strategy. So we're not going to be killing anything on Route 1. There's no reason to.
Yeah. Do you want to do the history bit?
Oh, sure. So this category is actually really interesting. It started out, a runner named Golderzoa did a run of this, a task rather, and I think it was like 57 minutes or something. Mm-hmm. Then after that, I saw the task, thought it was really interesting, and started doing a couple runs of it. And you at the same time, we did a few races back and forth. And we got times down to around 40 minutes. I think I was at like 38. You were similar. Yeah. And after that, the category kind of died. No one was really interested in it, and it just kind of sat there. But after a few months, I did a 24-hour stream, and I did a run of Reverse Badge Order, and immediately after, eddaket started doing runs of it as well. And there was this big resurgence of the category, and we have like probably 15, 20 times on the leaderboards for this now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And on top of that, the times have just been plummeting for it. There were so many route revisions and everything. I think the record now is like 30 minutes flat.
Yeah, it's something just over 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast this has gotten. And you'll see in the bit, it's just, it's mind-blowing, some of the stuff that gets done in this game.
Yeah. So the early game here is fairly glitchless. You won't really see any glitches other than picking Bulbasaur until Pewter City. And it's pretty self-explanatory. So, like Shenanigan said, we're going to run away from all of our encounters. We actually got pretty bad encounter luck here. Yeah. Normally, if you're going for, good times, I would have already killed an encounter and skipped level 7. But for a marathon, we can't do that.
Yeah, again, it's just complete luck if you can get the faster strategy, so there's no way you can risk it, because you would literally be effectively soft-locked, but you would have to waste so much time.
Yeah. You can do a couple donations here.
All right, I have $50 from Vyrek. Here's $42 for the guards I alerted, $7 for each bird I killed, and $1 for an even 50. Not every ninja can be perfect, but I may have PB'd the bird kills. Kill the animals. We've got $50 from Philip R. So close to getting that $1 million. Time for me to do my part to help this worthy cause. Kill the animals. We got $100 from Liam233. Longtime watcher, first-time donator here. Loved all the runs so far and looking forward to the task block. Let's see Mitch Flower Power destroy Tazbot and death to the animals.
So, like in the glitchless run, I'm going to be taking a very specific path through Viridian Forest. It's just to minimize encounters.
Yeah, it's sometimes useful to get encounters in the forest, and it will be later potentially. But for the first part here, he again can't kill anything because he needs to get no experience. So getting encounters would be bad, at least until we find out for sure whether or not he can do the faster strategy.
Yeah. So we mentioned earlier I had 12 attack. 12 attack versus 11 attack actually changes the strategy we would have done. I actually would have fought 2 encounters before the Weedle to hit level 7 and boost my attack, and doing that makes this a 7-turn fight as opposed to a 9-turn fight. I forgot to growl. I'm also going to use a growl here. It's not so dangerous that we need to lower his attack, but the backup strategy involves using at least 4, actually exactly 4 growls. So we might have to use it anyways, and using 1 growl here makes the Weedle do 2 damage instead of 3.
Yeah, so it's just way more consistent to growl there.
Yeah. Another nice thing to note is we have Bulbasaur, and Bulbasaur can't be poisoned because it's part poison, so all of the issues the runners in the red race had getting poisoned, we don't have to worry about.
Yeah, it's actually really silly that you can't be statused by a move of the same type. So, for example, you can't paralyze a Kangaskhan by using Body Slam against it because Body Slam is normal. A lot of people don't know that, but that's Generation 1 exclusive.
So here I'll get a look at my special. If I have,
Please be 15
if I have
for the
15,
first time.
it's guaranteed. All right.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so we're going to be able to do the faster strat.
That's cool.
Yeah. So now what I have to do is I have to go catch myself a Pidgey. Pidgey is like 35%, something like that.
It's 45% in the grass.
Yeah, 45% in the grass. We can either get a level 3, 4, or 5 Pidgey. We want a level 3.
Yeah. I'd also like to mention that's the only time in my entire life I've seen 15 on that fight and said yes.
Yeah, normally we go into that fight. If we get 15, the run's over. If we get 16,
Yeah.
it's good. Also, nice 1% encounter.
Yeah, exactly. He also needs to defeat 1 wild encounter because he does need to reach level 8 to get 16, but we know based off the
completely forgot
stat line, he will exactly hit 16 after he levels up. So he'll be catching this Pidgey, and then right after it, defeating 1 Pokemon.
I actually forgot about the extra Pokemon. Normally we've already fought the encounter.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So he's YOLO balling here. It's a little risky, but usually it's okay. He just needs to catch the Pidgey before he's out of balls. He might choose to tackle it.
I'm going to.
Yeah. So this will lose a little bit of time, but it's not that bad.
I'm going to have to use the potion too.
Yeah, you probably will.
I'll just do it now.
Yeah. If the Pidgey critical there and broke out of the ball, it's only 66% to get in, but it didn't crit.
Yeah. We need to have a leftover potion, and we actually need to use a potion on Pidgey.
Yeah.
Because
well, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, that looks like it could be 10.
Yeah, it looks like it. That may have been 16 to 10. That may have been the right play.
All right. So now we're just getting 1 more encounter. We're going to kill whatever it is, and
Yeah.
then we are on our way.
Yep. But yeah, we really need to make sure we're level 8 for Brach because level
Please
8
be level 3.
is just
Don't
so
be
much
5.
better.
Good. Yeah, if this was a level 5 Pidgey, level 5 Pidgeys have Sand Attack,
Yeah.
and we all know what Sand Attack can do.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing we didn't see that in the red glitchless race really mattering.
Yeah. Nice. This is going to 3-hit.
Yeah, good. Usually at 7 it does, especially against level 3s.
All right, so now I'm going to do a little bit of extra shopping. We're going to need to pad out our inventory, and we also need to get a escape rope.
Yeah.
So this is the earliest place to get it. We're also going to set up for the first glitch in the run. I'm going to check Pidgey. 9.
9
All right.
now. 15 though is good.
Yeah.
We're saying a lot of numbers. There's actually some...
Oh, wait, I need 2.
Need 2, yeah. There's some really silly stuff that we're about to be doing, and you'll see that very soon. But for now, the numbers matter. They're just kind of confusing.
All right. Because my items are a little weird, I'm going to make sure I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, you
5,
good.
6. All right.
You have to use it too.
Yeah. All right, I'll use it after. All right, so I'm going to set up the first glitch in the run. This is a pretty well-known glitch called Brach Skip. It's been known for quite a long time. And basically what we can do is we can walk to that specific tile, save the game, reset, and once the game reloads, the game thinks, hey, we've already walked you to Brach, now you can walk past.
Yep. But there's a second effect that we get to do that you'll see in a moment.
And I need to heal Pidgey. Don't
Yes.
do this before I heal Pidgey.
Bad things will happen if you
All
don't. Good. So yeah, healing Pidgey, it needs to have a very specific hit points,
All right.
and 15 works.
My controller's having fun.
Yeah, so he's going to talk to him from the right. Boulder's
Swag.
going to appear, and he can walk through walls. So
Just casual.
yeah, just kind of, walk through the game. No big deal. Stump, if you want to explain that.
Right, that's Brach through walls. Normally when the game tries to walk you to Brach's gym, it's looking through a large table of coordinates where you might be standing for the for the path to take you to the gym, and there isn't one for that square. But with our setup, we cause there to be such a we cause those coordinates to exist in the middle of our party, and with our setup, that the instructions go overflow the buffer for where it of the movement and corrupts other parts of memory that then allow you to walk through walls.
Yeah. So we're gonna
I've
use
never
this.
seen that movement before.
That
was
movement's
weird.
so good. We're gonna walk through walls and heal in Saffron City, like Celadon City was for the glitchless run. This is a great hub for us.
Yeah.
It's in the center of Kanto, and it's near a whole lot of things that we need. So at some point, we're gonna need to get a main Pokemon for the run. So we're gonna do that in a little bit. There's an Abra over here. And
We all know psychic types are just OP in Gen 1. They're
Yeah.
only really weak to bug.
yeah, they're
so,
only weak to bug type.
yeah. So maining a psychic type will be really useful for this run.
Yeah, and we can pick up a free Abra over here. There's a coin case as well as the game corner where we can win a few coins
Yeah.
from the slots. And
See how the gambling is this time.
oh yeah,
Went pretty well in the practice.
yeah, it did go pretty well. It's almost tasked.
Yeah. The slot machines in this game are actually completely random. You can't actually control whether or not you win or lose them. If you press A, it'll sometimes just skip frames and you'll fail.
Yeah.
So it's usually kind of hard, but Eddaket's really good at getting coins. So hopefully he does it way better than I could.
The Edda luck is real.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so we're gonna get a few coins to start. This guy gives you 20 coins, and now we're gonna do the slots. Actually, we're not. Kids, remember, gambling is bad.
Yeah, no gambling here.
Yeah. So, just so happens we need 120 coins for Abra, and there's 100 coins on the ground, and the guy gives you 20.
Yep.
So we can do that.
Just enough.
All right. So a nice thing about getting Abra is it also knows teleport as well as being psychic type, so we can teleport back into Saffron City. Normally we'd have to give him, or we'd have to give the guard a freshwater, but in this case we can just teleport back in.
Yeah. So now
Whoops.
we no longer need Oddish, unfortunately.
See, the plan was I was going to make fun of Bulbasaur about how bad he is,
But
but
now we can make fun of Gunner for how bad he is, so it all worked out in the end.
yeah. So you may have noticed in that last menu, Abra is kind of a low level, so we're going to do a couple fights to beef him up.
Yeah, we have to do a couple fights here, and, Abra is just the best Pokemon to do them with. So this guy's got a Weedle and a Caterpie. Wait,
I just thought of a really good strat. We should fight the Fighting Dojo.
oh, yeah, because Bug's good against Psychic.
Yeah, Bug's good
so
against Psychic, and Fighting is weak
to
against Psychic.
So that should be a lot better.
It only makes sense that we go and do the Fighting Dojo. I mean, the first guy probably has, a Mankey or a Machop or something. It's
something
super weak
easy.
Pokemon. And we have a Psychic type, and everybody knows that the only factor that matters in Pokemon battles is type effectiveness.
That's actually really true.
Yeah, so we're going to fight this guy.
I wonder
see
what
he
moves
has.
the Abra has. Probably something really good, like Psychic or
We
Psybeam.
forgot to teach him something.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, it's going to be faster for us just to die.
Probably.
Yeah. He has a Machop, too. We could have beat him.
I know. He's beefing up, too. Get plenty
The
of
only
time.
move we have is teleport. All right. At least that
That's
was
sad.
quick. I guess maybe we should just go down and fight the bug catcher.
Yeah, I'd probably just do the Bug Catcher fight. That's probably faster now.
Yeah. That Machop was kind of a high level, too. So that would have been...
Scary,
been
to
rough.
say the least. It was 31. Oh.
What?
There's no grass here.
Hey!
Oh, there it is. You always have to meme up the Missingno.
All right. If you ever played a Pokemon game before, you probably heard of Missingno. And one of the neat characteristics of Missingno is it will duplicate the item in the 6th slot of your inventory. We're going to do this 2 times to give ourselves 255 of an item, and that's going to allow us to obtain our soft Game Shark.
Yeah, so soft game sharking is a reference to item underflow, of course. And yeah, so item underflow is a glitch that allows you to access later items in your bag. And those items correspond to pieces of memory. So for example, we can change like what our money is. We can change where we're going to appear when we exit a building. There's all kinds of things we can change with it. And it really makes this category as crazy as it is. So that'll be coming up in probably 2 minutes. And that's when this run really starts. Like, it's really slow up to this point, but after that, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Also, you may have noticed really early on, we didn't mention that the rival name was like Rg. That's because those... Oh, what am I doing? I thought I was on Missingno.
RNG manipulation.
Yeah. The rival name is one of the pieces of memory that we have access to. So by naming our rivals specific characters, we can influence the rival name to give us specific items and quantities.
Yeah. So he's just going to get another Missingno and then swap some items around and toss them to get to 0 items, despite still having items. So if there's any donations, this is probably the last time to do them for the run.
All right, we have $50 from Tim80. Had to donate during my favorite game, this GDQ. Greetings from the Netherlands. And we have $100 from DJ Foreclosure. We need that Tazbot versus Mitch race. We need to prove we can still beat Skynet. We have $50 from Sarah K. Thanks for all your hard work, SGDQ staff, and for all the support of MSF.
Yeah.
All right, so here comes the item Underflow. So he's going to swap some escape ropes around and blow past the cancel button.
We don't need it.
Yeah, now there's just a bunch of J items, and eventually...
You know why we don't need those cancel items? We have our own.
Yeah. So yeah, here's a bunch of crazy items. So this one, for example, changes how fast the text speed is. It's now instant.
Hey, Keys, I heard you like instant text.
And also, about that strong psychic type that we were talking about.
Yeah, I still remember that.
You know, I know one that I like, and it was in a movie once.
I know one that I like, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we just did there is we warped to Cerulean Cave, completely messed up our map, changed our coordinates on the map, and brought ourselves to Mewtwo.
Yeah, well, and brought Mewtwo to us afterwards.
And brought Mewtwo to us, exactly.
So now he's going to be tossing a bunch of items. He no longer needs the Master Balls because we're not catching anything. And it might look like he's doing nothing. But as we stated before, item Underflow, we tricked the game into thinking we had -1 items. But if we ever go back over 0 by getting items, it would take away the item Underflow. So he had to make sure he tossed a bunch of escape ropes there so that the game thought that we were at the, I guess, -8 items. So that when we get the 8 gym badges, we will not have to worry about losing our Underflow.
Yeah. And we can do a ton of things in the Underflow menu. I'm doing a whole lot of things here. I'll explain it after I'm done because menuing is kind of...
Yeah, finicky. You may have noticed the music changed.
It's very execution heavy. One wrong click and you can crash your game. That's why I saved earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fairly confident in this run. Whoops, no, I need to teach that.
Teach.
But just a simple misclick. This is a different TV than the one I play at home.
Yeah.
Can easily just crash your game.
Yeah. So what he did just there was he taught self-destruct to Mewtwo, and as we know, red bar is amazing, so he'll be getting that. And also, hi Giovanni.
Oh yeah, there's Giovanni. So in that last menu, we did a ton of things. We changed our X coordinate so we were on the leftmost tile of the map. We changed the map so it has a map connection to the west. We changed what that map connection was. Then we walked 1 tile left. That brought us to Giovanni's gym. We changed our coordinates yet again and brought Giovanni to us.
Yeah, and he also manipulated a psychic TM, which is extremely useful because Mewtwo, or self-destruct, I mean.
Yeah.
Which is extremely useful because Mewtwo and red bar saves a lot of time due to not hearing its cry every time it's sent out.
Yeah. You might think since we have a level 70 Mewtwo going against all of the gym leaders that the highest level is 50, that we can just blow through everything. And that is the case, but it actually matters what move we use. We have exactly 10 Psychics, and there are exactly 10 Pokemon that won't die to Swift. So if we use the wrong move, it actually kind of matters.
Yeah. It's also nice having self-destruct because we would have to Psychic the Pokemon that we self-destruct on, but it saves us that 1 PP we needed to get under that threshold of needing an Elixir.
Exactly. So like I did in this gym, I'm going to distort Blaine's gym to bring Blaine to us. But I really want people to pay attention to the visual effect. Not that item. The visual effect that happens What am I doing?
There you go.
Yeah. Good thing I caught that. That would have been really bad.
I was about to tell you.
Yeah, the visual effect when we distort for Blaine is really cool. Something else I'm going to do here is something called money manipulation. So by swapping this item into our money slot, we're able to, after Blaine's gym, when we get money from beating Blaine, we're able to change that item into something that's a little bit more useful than 44YY.
Yeah. It's also nice in this category we don't need the secret key, unlike Gunner thought.
Also, Blaine comes out of us,
Yeah.
so that's...
He just appears.
Yeah, that's the way that works is, or at least I think the way that it works. When you distort the map, the game takes a second to load all of the sprites, and in that time, we're able to walk onto the tile that Blaine is going to occupy, and then by the time we walk off of the tile, Blaine has loaded, and so it looks like he comes right out of us.
Yeah, you can usually walk like 3 to 4 steps before it actually loads the map around you, so that's kind of what happens here.
So are we going to pretend that this is unintentional, or, oh no, I'm going to die?
I mean, it is self-destruct. You never really mean to die in speedruns,
Dude, I crit.
right?
That's awesome.
Wait, you don't have rare candies.
I don't have rare candies. That's... I don't... Alright, maybe there's some trickery we can do down here.
Yeah. Oh, that's convenient.
There they are.
Okay.
Yeah, so we money manipped for the rare candies. We're going to use that to revive our Mewtwo, and we'll be in red bar for the rest of the run.
Yeah. Again, red bar saves so much time. It was one of the biggest time saves of this category after we started rerouting it. Like, it's very hard to describe how much time.
I just went the wrong way.
Welcome to click items. This is another thing that happens in the Underflow menu. There's what we call click items, and sometimes you have to just mash the B button through them.
Yep, so there we're going to revive Mewtwo.
Yep.
And then really quick.
May as well.
Yeah.
So this is an item called Jack, and everything may look normal, and now everything might not look normal. And the way it works is it locks your position on the map. That's actually kind of hard movement, but it locks the position you're facing on the map. And what's really cool about that is it lets you walk through walls that are up to 2 tiles thick. And there's normally a rocket that's guarding this door, but we can just walk right through them.
Yeah, that movement is deceptively hard because if you were just normally biking, it would be really easy. It's actually movement that they probably do in the glitchless run. But in this run, you are 1 tile left of where you want to be the entire time, except when you're going in the door, you need to be right on. So it's very easy to mess up. I play on an HD TV at home. This is a CRT, so the input lag is definitely different. So I've been practicing that like all week.
Yeah.
It's actually slower to do that. The faster strat doesn't jack the entire way, but
It looks cool.
it looks cool, and I wanted to show it off.
Yeah. It's always fun to do like big Jack movements because if you mess up, it's way worse when you're in Jack than if you're not, because you mess up, you'll have to like pause the game to exit the state and then reload.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if anybody else knew this. I certainly didn't know this until I started doing RBA, but Saffron City Gym is actually Fuchsia City Center. So,
yeah. So warping is actually one of the things that you can do with item Underflow. And what Eddaket did was he changed the value of the map outside of the gym to be map 7, and map 7 corresponds to Fuchsia. So when he left, it put him in Fuchsia and it sent him to the index of the location he exited from. That's a little bit advanced, but think of it as like each building on the map corresponds to a building on another map. So the map that corresponded, or the building rather, that corresponded with the Fuchsia map is the center, and that corresponds with the gym in Saffron.
Yep. And that's actually going to be useful here. We could warp straight from the gym, but instead we're going to walk next door because it's a more favorable index.
Yeah. It's better to just walk that tiny bit to the place next door, and we'll appear at the gym in Celadon. But had he not walked next door, he would appear, I think it's at the Mart, and he would have to walk all the way down, and we don't have cut, so he'd have to jack through the wall, and it would be very slow. So,
Yep.
a little bit of optimization with this.
Now is actually an okay time if you want to do a couple donations, 1 or 2.
All right, we have $500 from Grogs. Greeting from the Grogs family. We're all gamers and have been enthralled watching games get truly destroyed. Amazing runners and an amazing cause. And of course, save the animals! We got $50 from Surat. Thanks for an amazing week of entertainment to all the runners, host, tech team, and any staff I can't think to mention now.
Okay. Yeah, that menu is actually pretty new. It's fairly awkward, but let's just get to Erica really quickly.
Yeah, you might not notice just because I'm sort of being careful in a lot of the menus, but a lot of items really lag.
Yeah.
And so normally you can scroll, really quickly through your inventory. If you have one laggy item, it takes almost a full second extra to scroll all the way past.
Luckily, at this point, he's using Swift for the rest of the battles. He didn't miss any psychics. As we mentioned before, Gen 1 misses are terrifying, and they can happen randomly. It's a 1 in 256 chance, but we got through Pokemon Block without any, so
That's amazing.
it was crazy. But if he Gen 1 missed the psychic, it would be really bad. He would probably die, and he would have to, revive the Mewtwo or something. But Swift cannot Gen 1 miss, so he doesn't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
So this is Shenanigan's favorite part.
It's the one thing in this run that's still mine.
We have a surfboard. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's also kind of disappointing. It used to be faster. You would try for cans, and if you got it first try, it was actually faster than using Jack to get through the wall. That's no longer the case. We have a bit of extra menuing to do, so we have to be in our inventory anyways.
Yeah, we have to change the map again. So that's what that slot does. It changes the map. And he changed it to 3, which is Cerulean, so you can guess where he's going straight after he exits this gym.
Yeah. This run is really interesting to me. We have sort of a couple of glitch categories. The one that most people run is called No Save Corruption. And that run is basically the first 20 minutes of this run, and then once you get Underflow, the game's over. This run really adds, an extra 15 minutes, and it shows off a lot more glitches. It's really helpful if you're trying to learn Catch 'em All. Yep. The longer glitch category, you learn a lot more glitches, and it's really useful.
Yeah, this is a great middle ground category.
Yeah. So now we're just going gym to gym. It's kind of cool that the index for Vermilion Gym is the same index for Cerulean Gym.
Yeah, so again, different buildings correspond to buildings, but luckily the two gyms just correspond to each other, so you appear right in front of it. Also, shout out to this sign not actually existing. You can actually just surf through that sign. It's not like the surfboard's like a glitchy item. If you have like a Blastoise with surf, you can just surf there.
Yeah.
It's really silly.
It actually used to be useful for us in Catch 'em All. We used to fish for Pokemon. And Goldeen is 1 in 3 here. The closest water tile to the door is actually that sign. So in Catch 'em All runs, we would fish through the sign.
Yeah, it was actually just slightly faster to fish into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, one more gym leader to go. We're going to end it with Brach, the first gym leader.
Yeah, we skipped him earlier. I miss that guy. The guy that we talked to and let us walk through walls.
He never got to finish his speech.
He never got to finish the speech. That's really disappointing.
Yeah.
We should go visit him.
I'm fine with that. We have time, I think.
Yeah, we're going to go visit him. So once again, just changing the last map we were on to be Pewter City.
Yep.
We change our index again by going into a different door.
Yeah, again, it's faster sometimes to get the index rather than the map.
Hey, there he is.
Hello.
Bye.
He finally got to finish telling us that that's Brach's gym this whole time.
I'm glad we found it.
Yeah. It's not like we were in the door when he told us, but it's fine.
All right. So last gym, just swifting through the end.
Yeah.
You can probably get 1 or 2 more donations in.
Yeah, one quick one probably.
Yeah.
All right, it's $50 from Pop Tarts Ninja. Have to donate for RBO Pokemon picking Bulbasaur? It burns! Good luck on the run, and good luck hitting that $1 million.
All right, so there's all 8 badges, but what Pokemon speedrun would be complete if we don't fight the Elite Four in reverse order as well, right?
I know.
So let's start by just entering the Hall of Fame and beating the game.
Okay.
Because I guess that's the last part of the Elite Four, right?
We have to do everything in reverse order. I don't see why not.
Yeah, okay. Think you can pull that off for me? Oh,
I got it.
good job. Honored for their exploits here. All right.
All right. So this is the Hall of Fame. This is unfortunately the end of the run. We can't actually beat the Elite Four in reverse order without some crazy, crazy glitching.
Yeah.
I think Champion doesn't unlock until you beat Agatha.
The trigger for the champion fight existing is you have to beat Agatha. Not Lance, Agatha. I don't know why, but you couldn't actually fight them champion to Lance, then Agatha. You have to go like Lance, Agatha,
right.
champion.
Time's coming up when this fades to white.
Yep.
So, time.
Great run.
Yeah, so that's Pokemon Blue Reverse Badge Acquisition. I think it's a really great run. Right now it's unofficial. If we get more runners, it can maybe go on SRC, so go out there and learn it. I'm a mod too.
yeah, we're both mods. We outvote you.
All right. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again for donating for this run. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. And stick around for Task Block. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, Task Block is going to be insane.
Yeah.
So absolutely stick around for that. So.
All right. Thanks once again to Eddaket for that amazing Pokemon Blue run. Coming up next, we got a quick setup, and then it's TazBot time. So make sure to stick around for that. Also, a quick update. We hit the donation goal for the TazBot versus Mitch Flower Power race. So, woo! As if the TazBot block couldn't get any more hype, now we're adding that.
That was awesome.
Hype. All right, well, this has been Summer Games Done Quick 2016, sponsored by Twitch. I'm Yellow Killer Bee, but I'm going to hand it over to Railcoon, and he's going to take you through the TazBot block.
This is a World 9. There's something in here.
All right, guys. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick's 2016, benefiting Doctors Without Borders. Just as a quick reminder, we are sponsored by Twitch. SomethingArtistic.net is one of our sponsors. They offer gaming-inspired decals and stickers made to decorate your consoles, walls, computers, and more. $2 from every decal sold this week is being donated directly to Doctors Without Borders. Some designs were done just for SGDQ and are available this week only. The Games Done Quick and SGDQ 2016 logo decals are being offered, where the full decal purchase price is being donated to MSF. Find them at somethingartistic.net or decal.ly. All right, welcome back once again. I do have some donations to go through while we are setting up for TaskBot. We have a $100 donation from Discord Inc., who says, had to wait for payday to donate, but I've still been loving the streams all week. Donating to Mitch Flower Power taking on TaskBot, because we have to keep those machines in their place. Thank you very much for your donation, Discord Inc. Just as a reminder, since we have met the Mitch Flower Power versus TaskBot race, there are a few more things for you to donate coming up. For the Final Fantasy VI any percent sketch glitch donation incentive, we are still sitting at $1,351 out of the $20,000 required. So you definitely want to see the donation incentive for Merchant Lock staying in South Figaro. That is where he never changes out of the merchant clothes. It's a cool trick. But we need quite a bit more to go, so we can start donating towards that while TaskBot is going. There's, of course, Demon Chocobo versus Good Taste, and naming all of the characters in Final Fantasy VI. If that does not meet your interests, there is the palette swap glitch during Final Fantasy VI, and, of course, you can throw your money in for Save versus Kill the Animals in Super Metroid. Right now, Save is leading $80,000 to nearly $78,000 over Kill. So there is about a $2,000 differential there. If you want to save the frames and kill the animals, you need to get your donations in. Speaking of which, Kaios donated $50 and says, greetings from France. I've been following your events for years and still loving every bit of it. Keep up the good work and, of course, save those frames. Kill the animals. Ceritica donated $50 and says, too busy to watch, but not too busy to throw a bunch of money towards a good cause. Can't wait to see those VODs. Speaking of which, we do have most of the VODs of our previous runs up on our YouTube. Not quite all of them have been published to be public yet, but they will be coming soon. You can, of course, find those at GamesDoneQuick, or at youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick, excuse me. Jabbersy donated $250. Says, hi from the UK. Thought I should actually donate rather than just watching. Thanks to everyone for another entertaining GDQ. You helped me through a rather dull week at work. The Moose is Loose donated $150. Says, this is my third year watching GDQ. It's always so much fun, thanks to all the runners and staff that made this possible. Also, save the animals. Would just like to remind everyone watching right now that TaskBot is coming up next. If you do have friends who are not tuning in and you know would like to see TaskBot, let them know. Head to GamesDoneQuick.com or twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. Let everybody know that TaskBot's coming up. It's going to be hype.